I'm going to go ahead and keep going. Always turns the tables on you. This is something that a lot of people tend to do when they don't want to talk about something specifically, okay? They basically continue to, how do I put it? No matter what the situation, they always turn the tables, okay? They justify their behavior until the end of time and don't shy away from making it all your fault every single time. They don't listen or give you a chance to explain your side of the story. Even if you do express, they make it all about how irrational or unreasonable you are for having unrealistic expectations and totally invalidate your feelings. You're never able to freely communicate and sometimes choose to keep quiet to avoid conflict. This is not healthy. Okay? And with that being said, they are never there for you. Okay? Don't we all have people in our lives who take a whole lot from you but very conveniently don't invest much back into the relationship? It's basically like dating someone that you love, but it being one-sided, and you're doing all the work, and they're not doing anything to compensate you. Okay? They are quick to lean on you for support and advice and help, but are never really there when you need them and have excuses right at the tip of their tongue. They are never attentive to your needs and always make you feel guilty for asking too much, even though you aren't. I run into this a lot, especially in relationships, which is one of the main reasons why I'm single. It's by choice, not because I don't want to be. On that note, issues that you run into for people who are like this is backbiting. They have no courage to come and say things to your face, so they talk behind your back and spread rumors. If they genuinely care and respect you, they should first come to you rather than talk behind your back. Genuine people address the issue head on and give you honest feedback, even if it's sometimes hard for them to do so, or it's going to be hard for that person to hear. You know, a lot of this stuff has to be considered in order to help other people. But if you don't, well, all you're doing is hurting them, okay? They behave differently in public as a result of this, okay? Did you ever come across someone who is very sweet, caring when you are alone with them, but then totally change their colors in public? Basically, it's the same type of person, okay? They act like you embarrass them and try to hide the fact that they have been spending a lot of time with you lately, and you know they totally shoot down your opinions in front of others. They make you feel stupid. They don't pay much attention as they should. You know, such people are basically just using you for their own needs, and they feel they are far too superior to be seen with you. This is typically a thing, especially for those who are really smart and have friends who are there for them, but all they really want to do is have you there to help them with their homework. Don't really spend time with you and or hang out with you. This is a common issue amongst a lot of people, especially in high school and in college, which then leads to issues of peer pressure. The irony is that the movie Jumanji that just recently came out also displays this. The type of girl who's too pretty to do anything, the girl who's too smart to do anything, the boy who's always helping his used-to-be friend by doing all his homework, but then his friend always treats him like trash. Sorry about that. There's always that one person who's in the middle of everything who has nothing to do with it, but gets caught up in it anyway because he's there. And he has these same kind of people around him. All I can say is this: no matter what you do, it is never enough for these people. Okay? No matter what you do for them, they always get a feeling that it's never enough. They never appreciate anything you ever do or even pay attention to know that you are trying your best, whether it's an achievement at work or all you are looking for is to hear, "I am proud of you," or simply a pat on the back. Maybe you can try to change a certain behavioral trait that they are unhappy with. You know, try to make them feel good about themselves by being appreciative and holding their hands, you know, through difficult situations. They don't just value your efforts, they always take you for granted, and it just seems like a bottomless pit of selfishness. And that's just how most people are. You know, they don't consider you, they don't consider how you feel. You know, that's the whole point of covering all these topics of disrespect, is so you know what it is and how to deal with it. You know, It comes in different forms and is very subjective to each individual. It happens in such a sneaky manner that you don't even realize you're giving them the leeway to treat you like this unknowingly. The more you put up with these weird behaviors, the more you let them disrespect you. It also comes from a place within you, where you don't respect yourself enough to feel you deserve better, which is the whole point of the first 10 topics that I covered in the previous episode. We sometimes lack the confidence to stand up for ourselves. You must be genuinely self-assured and know exactly what you can and cannot put up with. Everything starts and ends with self-respect. You have to first respect yourself. Respect is a two-way street. It can never be commanded. It must be earned. I think it's more difficult to earn respect than to earn money, to be honest, okay? Always put yourself first and have high self-esteem. Don't waste time on people who are not worth it, and always know you deserve more. If you are the one treating someone else disrespectfully, however, then you need to do a self-check and reflect if you would like someone to treat you the same way. Otherwise, you may find yourself in a deep pit and you will not be able to get out on your own. Every choice you make to ignore or fight inappropriate actions towards you will determine how others treat you. What you sow is what you reap, okay? A very common phrase we all know. Love and respect yourself and you will automatically not put up with unacceptable behavior. Stand up for yourself because no one else will. And respect is an emotion that can also invoke from within, so it naturally comes into play when you truly admire someone for their abilities. It cannot be forced or bought. Keep that in mind. With this, I end everything on this topic for respect. Now, I'm going to continue throughout the rest of the week and cover other morals, as there are many, many more. But I'm going to go ahead and end it with this. If you wish to show other people respect, or you want to know if you are being respected, here are 5 easy ways to show your gratitude and respect. And this is what I'm going to end with. First off, listen. Okay? I know it sounds easy, but listening, truly listening, can be one of the hardest skills to master. If you want a person to know you respect him or her, then tune into what the person is saying, look them into the eye, put down your damn cell phone, and offer feedback when necessary. Everyone appreciates the person who's willing to listen to them and show genuine interest in what they have to say. On that note, encouragement. Okay? If you've ever had a bad day, then you know the power of encouragement can be very helpful. We've all had moments where we all needed someone to tell us, don't worry, things will work out. It may not seem like much at the time, but that person will remember that you took the time and interest in their feelings and well-being, as well as a smile and an uplifting word can truly brighten someone's day. Third, congratulate them. If someone does a great job, let them know about it, okay? In fact, let everybody know about it. Openly congratulate someone for a job well done, especially if you're a manager, okay? Employees will work hard and happier knowing that their manager has a mutual respect for them and is willing to express praise and or gratitude when it is deserved. On that note, be helpful, okay? If you find a friend or a coworker in the gym, be willing to help them if possible. No, you don't need anything in return. It just shows that you respect them enough to help them if they need it, without asking them for anything in return. Not to say that you should take on half of their project, but offering some advice or throwing in a bit of your time will mean a lot. If that friend or coworker has helped you in the past, then returning the favor will be a nice way to show both your respect and gratitude. Okay? Kind of like how I do these podcasts to help people I may or may not know and get certain points across and help them if they're too afraid to speak to other people. Last but not least, say thank you. I can't express this enough, but just simply saying thank you to someone who's helping you, friends with you, your parents, your teachers, your boss, your employers, your coworkers, can do so much for you and even open doors that you never knew were even possible to open that you couldn't have done on your own. It may seem like common sense, but as many people just simply forget to say it, or at least forget how to say it with sincerity, I think you can be as simple as small as 2 words, as much as buying someone a gift. Nevertheless, if the action is not done with 100% sincerity, then it's just wasted. Okay, make sure people know you appreciate them and their actions. Simply saying it in front of someone else can make a big impact. With the daily pressures on us, we often overlook opportunities to thank and compliment people we are with. You need to take time to show your appreciation and gratitude. Not only does it make the other person feel better, but you will feel uplifted as well. If you want your relationships or organizations to do well, just remember two basic guidelines for success: mutual respect and gratitude. They'll take you very far, especially in the business world, as it's becoming more and more complicated and more relationship based as time goes on. And with that, I end this segment for respect in the series that I'm covering right now on morals and thoughts if it were you. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to picking up on the next topic either later today or tomorrow for the next episode. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.